Okay, underneath your photo you have your name, your city that you live in, the country you live in, and then there's a Manage tab underneath your photo. Here we have Manage, it says My Page or Photo. If you click on Manage My Page, this takes you to your page and account settings. If you click Manage Photo, it takes you to your photo settings, be able to upload a new photo if you don't like it or it was uploaded incorrectly. Underneath that, it lists blog posts, discussions, events, and groups. If you have blog posts, you're involved in a discussion, you're part of an event, or you're in a group, those will be listed underneath of these. Over on this side, you have, just like Facebook, the ability to post a little blast. It's, hey, I'm tired. And you can just hit update, and it'll update, and that actually goes to the main page. It'll also list here underneath. On what you can see is you can see your comment wall. This is where people can openly comment to you, and you can do the same thing on someone else's page, and you can, kind of like how Facebook works with sending message on the wall back and forth. And underneath that is your profile information. Anything with this little, let me see this a little better. Anything with the little lock on it is something that can only be seen by you and by the administrators. And obviously this is a test account for Mary Conley. And it'll list your questions that you answered. Now, and then you do have one text box at the bottom. Other things on your page that you can do, and as I showed this before, is if you click on anything in here, you'll see this little moving arrow comes up, and you can just grab that box and you can move it around your wall if you want to reorganize your page, if you want something in a different order. Under Manage, you can click on, let's go back there so you can see what I'm doing, sorry about that. Alright, underneath your photo where there was Manage Page, you can click on My Page, and this brings up your account settings. Underneath your account settings, you have Profile. This changes your profile settings. This includes changing your photo. You can change your name if you don't want your last name displayed. You can take that out. You can adjust your email address. You can adjust, and if you don't want to display, if you're male or female, you can do that. If you don't want to display your birthday, you can tell it, do not display my birthday, or display my birthday and my age, or only display my birthday. You can adjust your zip code. You can add other bits to your questionnaire, or if you feel that you answered something wrong, you can fix it if you want it up or that. Now we do have restrictions on not agreeing to at least 7 of the 9. That's kind of anyone that's here that understands the 912 project understands the commonality of if you agree with at least 7 of 9. You have enough common ground to be on the networks. That's kind of the only thing that we're really limiting right now. And that doesn't mean that you have to be Christian, you have to agree with everyone, or you have to be a certain religion, or you have to be a certain anything, because it's any 7, and you're good. Let's see. You can add information about how many kids you have. You can add a web address. This is only visible by administrators at the moment. And you can add a little blurb about yourself. Test account for Mary C. Anyway. And then at the bottom of this, you just hit save, and that saves all your settings. And it'll bounce you back to the top of the page. It'll tell you you successfully saved your settings. Anytime you get a little green bar that's like, yay, you did something right, and it's all happy. You also have the option, if you really want to leave the network, Leave as a Mom is right here. Occasionally people want to go and they message us. The only way that we can get rid of you on the network is by banning you. We do not have the ability to delete your accounts. So if you really want to leave, you need to go into your profile and leave this way. Otherwise, the only thing we can do is ban. But I encourage you to stay. We don't like losing people. We're much more happy to have you here. Next is privacy settings. As you can see over here, so I'm going to go ahead and click on privacy. Alright, and these are the default privacy settings The default privacy settings is that your profile can be used by anyone. That means that we are an open site, keep in mind, so anyone lurking can come and just look at profiles. Now, we are limited to the front page, but unless you change this to either just members or just friends, right? It is open visibility. So that's something that you need to go through your settings and check on your own. We can't control that. That's just the default for the Ning. Underneath, as far as moderation, I have open comments. By default, comments are open. You can again change your settings to just me, just my friends, or just me. When someone adds a comment to my blog, the default setting is publish immediately. You can change it so that you approve everything that goes on to your blog. The same thing for comments to profile. The default is publish immediately, but you can choose to approve and moderate all your comments. And as far as your item activity, this is as far as what shows up in your latest activity banner, it'll do add new items, new comments, make a new friend, update profile, RSVP an event, update status. By default, everything is checked. If you don't want people to know stuff, uncheck them. And then right down here at the bottom, just hit save. Next is, I think the most important, is the email settings tab. Click on the email settings tab, and right here, as you notice, everything is checked off by default. This is why you get 3,000 emails from the Ning. I like to uncheck a chunk of these. Now, if you are one of the group admins, if you are running a group, I would suggest leaving some of that stuff on, because you need to know what's going on with your group. And not everything is going to go to your inbox. So what I'm going to leave on is I'm going to leave messages sent to the whole network. And I'm going to leave on discussions and blog posts that I add. And you can clear the list. And you can also, if you don't want to receive emails, you just click this little tab down here and tell, I don't want to receive emails, I'm going to check my account on my own, and then you won't get inundated with emails. And then when you're done, hit save. And again, we go back to the top of the page, and there's a happy green bar, and the green bar says, yay, you saved it. And that way we know that you saved your email settings and you're not going to get 3 billion emails from the Ning. And next is my page settings. So we click on my page. And again, this goes to your photo settings, which will take you back to the profile page. Next is appearance. That's a separate tutorial. Next is Jane Doe, which you can change this, but I highly recommend not touching that. And next is My Apps and Directory, which this is also going to be a separate tutorial because it's much more in-depth. And then we have Voxbox. Voxbox is the video chat. I'm going to leave that for separate. So this page, the My Page little page settings, this is a separate tutorial. So I'm going to do that next. And we hit save, and then we have a green bar, and then I'm going back from the top. I'm going to click back on my page, and that's going to take me back to my page. And hopefully that was helpful.